Hey Sagittarius, welcome. This is Meredith. I am here with your September 2018 monthly reading, and I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As always, each month I'm going to recommend you do that so that you can see the full picture of the energy atmosphere that you are navigating for the month. Doing this a little bit different this month. I've chosen a variety of decks to work with to give you a really cool message. I'm excited for your reading. I don't know why, I just am like vibrating to turn these cards over. Okay, we're starting out with Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm using this card as the foundation of your reading. Like in the dailies, we choose the card from the bottom of the deck to be the foundation. It will be the theme running through that day. This is the theme running through your month, okay? So let's see what you start out with. You got chop wood. All right. Practical matters. Chop wood is a card about being grounded in your everyday experience. It means that this is being in harmony with the ebb and flow of your manifestation process, knowing that your dreams require an opportunity to blossom in the unseen before they blossom in the tangible earth reality. And this card is about the importance of the things that you do consistently. So it's about good self-care. It's how we are of service to our own self, how we are of service to all the people in our lives who matter the most to us. And it is our consistent way of being and showing up in those realms. Listening to my guides. It's seeing the profound within the simple. You know, as you, let's just say, for example, I said practical matters. Sometimes the most simple and practical thing we can do eases the way for another person. So, you know, washing the dishes after you make the dinner, you know, and then the person who's coming behind you doesn't have to do that. It's already set up and ready for them to go. That can have a profound impact on their day. So the chop wood card is finding the profound within the simple and doing it consistently. So this will somehow relate to all the other weeks of this month. Let's start with your first week. And we're going to start out with Bonfire Tarot and move on to Healing with the Angels Oracle cards and the Romance Angel Oracle cards, both of those decks by Doreen Virtue. So first week of September, you have Eight of Cups. This is you moving on, moving in a new direction. It's taking the best of what was, what has been, and carrying it with you into the now as you embrace the oncoming. And there's a bit of an eclipse energy on this card too. So this goes back to late July and your spiritual journey of that time. Something of that time is affecting the now for you on this card, and it is encouraging you to head off in a new direction, and it feels very, very positive. This is a super stable card, and it's a really positive card to get in the minor suits of tarot. So lots of blessings here on this card. Let's see what goes with it. The Death card, look at that. Okay, simultaneous endings and beginnings. We're going back again to this eclipse energy on the 8. It is influencing the now moment here. And so something's coming full circle into completion as something else dawns in the new now. You're going to just have to be really present in your life to know exactly what that is. My feeling is some of it felt a little bit bittersweet to you, maybe a little tender. And I know that I'm indicating a time period here of late July where we had that July eclipse, I think on the 27th. There's something of that influencing this. However, I feel that this because it's a major arcana card, which is a longer phase energy. It could stretch back to January, February, March. There may be something of that time in your life of what was in the unfolding then. And it could be something very practical then that has an influence on the now as well. So it's part of a manifestation cycle. Even though your chop wood card says that you may experience what looks and or feels like some dormancy in a dream budding and coming to fruition, there's a lot going on in the unseen. My feeling intuitively is that the energy stretches back quite a ways, at least 6 months or maybe a little bit more. And then more recently around July, and those influences are blossoming in the now. So simultaneous endings and beginnings. You have a completion and a fresh start all at once. And your oracle card here indicates that it is a harmonious flow for you. So just go with it. There's nothing you need to do. The all that is within the universe knows exactly what needs to be done and is doing it. Your homework really is to allow it. And you get the body care card, which is take really good care of yourself. For some of you specifically, I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb here and say that you may have been in a bit of a recovery process, perhaps from an injury of some kind in the earlier part of the year or maybe around July, and it's healing. You've got a new and fresh start. Maybe maybe the cast has come off, right? So yeah, if that's the case, but this card is also a reminder to stay hydrated, to eat well, to, get the movement that you enjoy. Take really good self-care so that you have plenty on offer for all that you enjoy and all the people you know, love, and trust, who you wish to experience togetherness with. Then in your romance cards, you have past life relationship. You've known each other before. Beautiful message for those of you in beloved relationships. Or just starting a beloved relationship. This is a card letting you know that you have a strong soul connection. You've traveled together before. That's really sweet. And then you have pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I don't take this card so literally when I see it. I understand this card intuitively to mean that if there is something within any relationship, friend, family, beloved, that needs, if there's something that needs attention, a topic that needs discussing, there can be red flags if, our perception may fire off saying, I really need to create space to have a conversation with my person because we have something that's a little unsettled, or something we need to sort out, or something that I would like to understand or expand my understanding with. That's what I feel by red flags. Now, obviously, there are some blatant red flags. I don't think I need to run down a list of what those are. If you're having that kind of an experience, then it's wise for you to take good care of yourself and take all the right steps. Intuitively, though, I feel this is more about having conversations and expansive understanding so that there are no assumptions and no one's filling in blanks with information that has absolutely no relevance. Okay? To the truth. Let's go to your second week. And you start off with the 5 of coins. This is a bit of a difficult card. Here again, though, I feel like it's connecting somehow to that 8. This is something you've moved on from. And listening to my guides. There was something you didn't see for a while, Sagittarius. It wasn't obvious to you, and you felt like you were out in the cold with it. In other words, you had a sensation, a perception, an intuitive knowing that something was off, and it had something to do with your own spiritual journey and how you were wanting to do something different. Maybe you didn't have the information to do it, and you weren't able to see what was right in front of you for opportunity. My feeling is you have since seen that and taken appropriate action. So this card to me feels like something of long ago, and I'm reaching back to this eclipse energy where we had some at the beginning of the year, then we have some mid-year in July and August, right? So there's been a revisiting of this energy, and you've been able to see the progress that you've made by being consistent with your own self. That's what I feel this card indicates. Oh yeah, look at that. 8 of Wands, another exceptional card to get. It's a really high frequency card within tarot, and super stable, and it's all about swift movement. You have moved on, so you've got an 8 here, stability. You've got an 8 here, stability. And this does indicate, I got the message, I took action, it's working out for me. Hallelujah. Oh, look what comes with it. Signs, yes, you paid attention to the signs on that 5. Something was off for you. You acted upon it. You made changes by paying attention to your intuition and your signs that were showing all around you. You paid attention to red flags even in your own life, and you took healing, spiritual, intuitive action on it, and you did it consistently. So it's put you in a really great space right now. This is you being in a really good spot of receiving. Love that. Let's see what comes with it. Romance. This may have affected your beloved relationships a great deal, because it feels to me that the self-care issue was a big deal for you, Sagittarius, and you've taken those steps. And as you consistently do that, you have more to offer your relationships, not just your beloved relationship, but certainly that is deeply affected by how you care for yourself. Let's take a look at your romance cards. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. When I see the engagement card, I do not take it literally, as in there are those of you getting engaged. However, I do acknowledge that for some of you, that is a truth. But engagement to me is, or when this card shows up, it is an indication that your connection is deepening. You're somehow going to a different, more positive, expansive frequency within your relationship. Love that you have the romance card here. Lots of good romance work going on. And then you have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah, to avoid the red flags in the oncoming. So it's possible, Sagittarius, like I said, in that first week, you felt something needed discussing, and then you had the heart-to-heart. Excuse me. You had the heart-to-heart conversation, which has created a deepening within the relationship. That's really beautiful. If it hasn't happened yet, it's happening in this week. Third week, you start out with the 7 of Coins. This is interesting because it comes back to the chopped wood card, in that sometimes the goal, the dream, the intention that is still in the oncoming, that is still in development, goes into what appears to be a dormancy phase. And that's what this card is indicating here. But it also indicates that this is not a time to give up on it either. It still needs the same kind of loving care as when you first dreamed it into your own awareness. So consistently continue to have faith and put love on your intentions. That's what this card is reminding us of. 7s in tarot are a message of heaven touching earth, and it's a reminder that we, as souls in a human form, are the bridge between heaven and earth. And it takes that miraculous energy of us in the bridge to co-create with all that is. So this message is for you, Sagittarius, in this week, saying have faith, don't stop, keep going. This is worth the allowing of it. Keep it up. And going with it is, look at this. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, Master Manifester here. Kings and Queens are all about self-mastery, and this one is all about co-creating your dream. And she can do it. There's also a great message here, which means you can do it. And don't give up. She wouldn't. There's also a message of improving finances on this card, planning ahead, and a message of how your consistent effort in your past, the dedication of that, pays off in the now and the oncoming. So more reinforcement for you to keep going and doing what you're doing. Consistency. This is your word of the month, Sagittarius. Consistency. You got an extra bone fire on this one. One of my personal favorites. the sun. So the sun is shining on all that you are dreaming for. This is the most happiest card within the tarot. Everybody wants to get the sun. And I'm still making jokes about this card. Pardon me, gotta do it. This guy, he reminds me of Meatloaf, the singer Meatloaf. I just crack up every time I see him. Sorry for that. And not going to apologize if you get an earworm out of that too. A few of those songs come to mind. I won't sing them for you, I promise. But this is the sun shining on your goals, dreams, and intentions. So this is perfect because you've got this 7 of coins here saying, yeah, it's been a long road and it still isn't fully developed or blossoming just yet, but this is, again, is no time to give up. And then we have the Queen, self-mastery, saying you have what it takes to get it done, and you will. And it will happen in its own right timing. But your job is to stay consistent. Okay, also your job is to request support from your guides, angels, ancestors, the all that is. And this card, it's not about just asking for the support and inviting it. It's knowing and trusting that it is always there, even when you're not asking. Though it's even better when you ask. So, or invite. That's my philosophy. I trust that it's there. I still ask for it. Yeah, do that. Infuse this situation where you might feel a lack of faith. This is when you turn to your guides, angels, ancestors, and all that is to get reinvigorated, revitalized for what it is that you're co-creating with all that is. And to revitalize it, playfulness. You know, that's another message that's on the sun, which is about enjoying your life, celebrating your life, and being playful is one of the easiest ways to do that. So go out and have some fun. Make a date with some of your friends. Make a date with your beloved. In your romance cards, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, perhaps those very steps are around playfulness. Maybe there's a possibility that even though there's the deepening understanding and expanding commitment that you have, it's possible that these conversations that were had in the first week have left a bit of a, let's say, heavy residue energy, and playfulness, the effort of playfulness, making that effort, making that invitation, having a date, will lift everyone's spirits. And then your next card here is children. Your love life is being affected by children. It's quite possible that a family day is on tap. You know, grab the kids, grab your beloved, go off and have fun. If you don't have kids, not that it matters, just you don't have to have children to have the fun. You can engage your own inner child spirit and go have some fun. Let's take a look at your 4th week. We start with the moon. Okay, we have a bit of, my guides say confusion on this one. So, this, I feel, is pay attention to your dreams right now, Sagittarius. They're a bit prophetic for you, and you're also sorting out something of your emotional life within the moon card. There's a reminder here to not overwork yourself, do not become depleted. Let's go back to that body care message that was over here. Self-nurturing, self-care is really important. And also, it's okay to not have answers right now. That's what my guides want you to know. It's all right to have the I don't know as an answer. You can, though, as we saw over here on the support card, reach out for assistance from your guides, angels, ancestors. You may ask them, what have I not considered? And you can also simply state in a mantra or affirmation, please allow me to achieve my highest and greatest outcome, even when I don't know all the details. That allows the all that is to work beautifully behind the scenes, no interference from you. Great harmony of give and receive here, okay? Allow that. Oh, look, because you get the 4 of Wands, more stability, by the way, and called the honeymoon card, and considered, like the sun and the 8 of Wands, one of the happiest cards of the tarot. So this is about celebration. We saw that over here in the 3rd week. There could be invitations on offer to you this week. It's a good idea to say yes to those. It's about a good, deep commitment to self and one's own happiness. So celebrating your own happiness. Beautiful. In your oracle card, you have meditation. Make space for that. This is part of your consistency, your chop wood message over here. It's one of the ways that you care for yourself, Sagittarius. Meditation is considered part of self-care, body care, self-nurturing. So create space for that. And then look at you. You've got the manifestation card, which is what we were talking about in your third week. So it feels that the flow in the third week has you questioning a long-term manifestation and maybe lacking a little bit of faith. You're being given beautiful instruction over here on how to nurture that and reconnect to its revitalization. And then the meditation over here, the happiness, the dream work, the intuition, turning to your higher self for information on that moon card brings some messages and clarity about this manifestation, or the manifestation you're dreaming for blossoms right in front of you and becomes tangible. Then you have a third one, and I'm going for that. It may blossom right in front of you miraculously. This is not a card that gets pulled often. I tend to use these Healing with the Angels oracle cards in the private readings, and I can tell you from years of doing readings with these cards, this one does not pop out a lot. Yes, we see it, but it's not a frequent flyer in the cards, we'll say. So I'm very excited to see it here for you with the manifestation card. That's a thing of beauty. And now onto your romance card, you get new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yes, that's absolutely true for some of you, Sagittarians. And for those of you already in beloved relationships, there's something new unfolding. So there's new expansion, new understanding, which strengthens and stabilizes your relationship even more. That's so sweet. And then your last card, it is safe for you to love. Wonderful. These heart-to-heart conversations, making the effort, all very important. You paid attention to red flags, you discussed them, you feel a strong soul bond with your person. Beautiful. You have a new infusion, a new expansion of love, and it's making you feel even more safe to love. You're feeling the desire to wear your heart out on your sleeve, and it doesn't feel like vulnerability anymore. It just feels good. It feels like yes. Sagittarius, that's your September. Please watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well, like I said, so you'll have a wonderful, wonderful picture of the energy atmosphere for the month that you will be navigating. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to book a private reading, you can do that in the description box below. Have a beautiful September. I'll see you in the daily messages. Bye for now and peace.